Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. I just caught sight of my forehead. It is not a glow, it's not a natural shine, it's pure sweat. It's hot here, I've got all the windows closed to film, so yeah, ignore it. Ignore it if you can. Today, I am finally going to be doing a brand review on PURITO. PURITO is a brand that describes themselves as safe and gentle yet highly effective. And of course their main focus is being gentle on your skin and helping to repair the skin's barrier. In fact, their name, PURITO, comes from the word pure and the Chinese character tu or to, which means soil. And this is meant to be a representation of going back to the core of your skin, the very basics, and repairing that ground, doing the groundwork. We'll dig a little bit deeper into ingredients later, but they're cruelty-free, all their packaging is made from recycled materials, their packaging is easy to recycle, and they're free from what they like to refer to as toxic ingredients, so parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, synthetic fragrances, there are natural fragrances in there, and a whole lot more. All their products meet EWG standards, which means they are also free from what the Environmental Working Group class as toxic and harmful ingredients. Chemicals of concern, they call them. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with the PURITO Defense Barrier. This is a cleanser with a low pH of 5.5, and their main focus in this cleanser is Centella and royal jelly extract. When I review products, when I'm trying them, I like to give them minimum a month. I like to try them out for a month, kind of use them every day. Towards the end, I'll use them like, 2 to 3 times a week. Ideally I do 2 months, but this is my job. I need to get reviews out. It's very rare that I stop using a product after the first try, but this cleanser was actually one of them. I really got this because the description completely sold it to me. It contains tea tree leaf oil, centella, royal jelly, salicylic acid, and again, like all their products, their main focus is focusing on the skin's barrier, so this isn't supposed to dry you out either. But this felt very flat for me. It felt like a normal cleanser. My skin felt tight and a little dry after. There's absolutely nothing special about this cleanser. So it's just like, what? I've been testing and experimenting with products for about 3 years now, and I know when a product isn't going to work for me. I know when my skin isn't going to like a product, so I just put this to one side and didn't touch it again. I think I've been spoiled with cleansers in the sense that there are so many good ones nowadays. This whole low pH. People have really cracked it, but I also feel like it's become a bit of a buzzword and people are just putting it on their cleansers to be like, pH, everyone's like, science, I'm gonna use it. But yeah, this fell very, very flat for me. Okay, next up is the Centella GreenLevel Calming Toner. Again, pH balance, like most toners are and should be. It's got 10% Centella, it's calming and soothing. It's got some witch hazel extract in there as well. Usually witch hazel makes my skin act a little bit funny, but I couldn't really feel it in this. I couldn't even smell it in this. This, for me, is a perfect example of like a modern day toner, what a modern day toner should be. It's hydrating, it's slightly thick, it's nice to layer up, it feels so good on the skin, and I put it around my neck, and I love working this onto damp skin. I've only been using this for 2 weeks, so I guess this is kind of like a first impression for me, but I put this into the palm of my hand and then tap it over my skin and my neck and even my shoulder area and slightly on the chest onto wet skin, and my skin just feels so hydrated and soft and like stretchy and not tight. It's really, really soothing. I don't know if I mentioned, but whenever I remove facial hair, so like my eyebrows or the few hairs I get on my cheeks, I get very, very red, like very irritated. I actually put this onto some cotton pads, which I'm actually trying to stop using. So I'm using like the last of my pack of cotton pads and place them on the irritated areas, and it was so soothing and calming. The redness went down a little bit, but for me it was more about the irritation after. I wasn't scratching it. I wasn't like constantly trying to like pat away the irritation. It's just so nice, and it does say for all skin types, and I really do believe that this will benefit all skin types. Next up we have the Centella GreenLevel. In fact, they're all the GreenLevel kind of range, all-in-one mild pads, the pouches. So I mentioned these before. These are basically toning pads, kind of like the Neogen and CosRx ones. And again, its focus is strengthening the skin barrier, and its main ingredient is Centella. I have talked about these before, so I won't go into too much detail about these. They are good. They're nothing special, but I like using them. As far as picking between CosRx and PURITO, take your pick, they're kind of the same. So like most pads, these have a softer side, which is kind of like a toning kind of effect, and then on the other side there's a slight bit of texture, which is good for a very, very gentle exfoliation. They are extremely calming, and again, I kind of like to use them in the way that I use this toner, where I pop them on spots of irritation or redness, or even dry skin, just to give my skin that little bit of boost of like that serum-y toner. But I love these, and I chose the pouches over the pot because these are a really good kind of like all-in-one step when you're traveling. So you don't have to take like a toner and an exfoliator with you. You can just take one of these pouches, save a lot of space, save a lot of time. They're really, really good. So they're pretty much like a toner, exfoliator, and a little mask, like a mini sheet mask, all in one. So I really, really like them. I'm gonna purchase more of these. Let's talk about the Galacto Niacin 97 serum? Essence. Power essence. I love a good essence, and this is a good essence. It has a high concentration of fermented filtrate, 92%. We've also got 5% niacinamide in here, so two of the main ingredients I look for in my essences, and to be honest, what most of them do have in them. Very, very close to the same kind of percentages that my Neogen micro fermented essence has got in it, one of my favorite essences. How many times have I said essence? So obviously the galactomyces, niacinamide, both contributing to a more even skin tone, helps with sebum control, and over time helps minimize the appearance of pores. This isn't a huge deal for me because I'll use an essence whatever form it comes in, but this comes in a pump bottle, and I don't see a lot of essences in a pump bottle. So the packaging is kind of a bit more user friendly. You know, the usual one, you kind of like do this and you waste a lot of product, and it can get a little bit messy if you're not used to doing it every day. But this one has a slightly thicker texture, and when you pump it out, it means you can get the perfect amount of essence each time. So 2 to 3 pumps is usually enough. So yeah, you're not wasting any product. I don't prefer this to my other essences purely because the other ones came first, and I've grown to love them and grown to be a little bit more loyal to them. But it's a really good essence. There's nothing in here that's irritating, just all the ingredients you'd expect and want in an essence, and it's really good. I see the same kind of effects that I do from my Misha essence and my Neogen essence and the SK2 essence, you know? It really is that galactomyces, the high concentration, and the niacinamide that do the job, and it's just kind of what you need. Next up, we have the Centella GreenLevel Buffet Serum. This serum's job is to generally just improve the look, the texture, and the feel of your skin. More importantly, your skin's barrier. So this has EWG GreenLevel ingredients, so no toxic chemicals in there. Again, with a lot of concentration on the Centella, it's got 49% Centella extract. We've got niacinamide to even out your skin tone, sodium hyaluronate for hydration, and glycerin as well. This is a really, really good serum. Again, it reminds me a lot of my Innisfree green tea seed serum, not just because it's green and got the word green in it. Oh, you got collagen and ceramides in here too. But what I mean by that is it's nice and hydrating and thick, but not horrible on oily skin. But I feel like this is going to be moisturizing enough for drier skin as well. The Innisfree Green Tea Seed Serum has alcohol in, which for my oily skin, I don't mind yet. So for drier skin types or people with sensitive skin, this is a really, really great alternative. Yeah, it does feel super light. However, actually like a lot of the products from the GreenLevel Centella range, it's got lavender oil in, which for me doesn't bother me, but I know for some of you it's a trigger, and a lot of fungal acne triggers as well. So still give it a go, take things like that with a pinch of salt, but yeah, give it a go. But I feel like this is a good serum to overall improve the complexion, the hydration, and the appearance of your skin. Next up, we have the Centella GreenLevel Recovery Cream, another skin barrier strengthening product, but this is a more deeply moisturizing cream. It's quite heavy, almost like a Cica balm, I guess you would call it, and what all the other brands call it. Very, very similar to the Etude House Soonjung Cica balm, which I love. So yeah, this has all the same ingredients basically as all the other products: Centella, niacinamide, EWG GreenLevel ingredients. to help rebuild and restore your skin's barrier and help soothe any irritation as well. Back in winter, I would have loved this. I would have absolutely loved this. It would have been perfect for my dehydrated skin, my damaged skin. As I mentioned, it's got Centella to soothe, it's got glycerin, it's got sodium hyaluronate. But now the weather's a little bit warmer, even after like February, it started to get a little bit warmer. As someone with oily skin, this did play a bit of havoc on my skin, and I'm pretty sure it started to break me out. Most probably because of the stearic acid, which has been known to potentially block pores and not be great for us oily skinned people. So, you know, whilst my skin is repaired and I feel like my sebum production is normal, I feel like this isn't great for me. Back when I was dehydrated and I needed any help I could get for my skin, this would have been perfect. I think I actually would have preferred this kind of ingredient makeup to the Etude House Cica Balm. But yeah, if you do have dry skin, if you feel like the skin is damaged, definitely go for this. I think it's a really, really good one. I completely forgot that I had one of their eye creams, but that's kind of a representation of how I feel about this eye cream. Like, I used it because I don't really care about eye creams. I'm a bit like, about it. I wouldn't use a thick, heavy moisturizer under my eyes. I would use a light moisturizer under my eyes. I'd use eye cream if I was going to go out somewhere and I knew I was going to be out for a long time and I just needed my eyes to kind of look healthy and hydrated for a long period of time, I guess. But eye creams aren't something I always reach for. So I did use this. It was part of my like morning routine for a really, really long time. And then I just kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I mean, it's good. It's got, again, all the usual ingredients that we see in all their products. The niacinamide, the centella extract at 49%, malic acid. So yeah, to be honest, this might make a good moisturizer for me. It's nice and light, but still hydrating. So I don't know, I'm keeping this around. When I see it, I use it, but I often forget. Let's move on to the final product, my favorite product from the whole brand. One that I've mentioned quite a few times now in my videos. This is their Safe Sun SPF. Nope. This is the Safe Sun SPF 50 plus PA plus. I love this so much. This is a sunscreen especially made for those with sensitive skin, damaged skin, and for those who may react poorly to other chemical sunscreens, which is sometimes me. I want to wear a physical sunscreen. I really do. But even though I look quite pale on camera, I am still like brownish. I'm like a weak coffee. So these sunscreens do leave a white cast on my face and it looks weird. It looks like I'm wanting white skin. You know, I step out and it looks like I've got face paint on. It's very obvious still. So I just can't wear them. But recently, a few chemical sunscreens have started to sting around the eye area. Even if I avoid the eye area around here, I get like a slight stingy sensation. This does not do that at all, like at all. I can't even feel this on my skin. This does go on a little bit thick. I would compare the consistency to the Claire's soft UV essence, airy essence. You know, it takes that little bit of extra rubbing in. I have to work a little bit around the eyebrows and the hairline, but the way it sits on your skin after, it actually makes your skin look really nice. I'm wearing it now. I'm not saying my skin looks really nice, but when I wear this, people ask if I'm wearing makeup, and I feel like it adds like a soft kind of blur and like a bit of a bounce back shine to my skin that I really like. This of course contains the usual niacinamide, centella, water. It does, however, contain the UV filter. I'm gonna have to read this. Diethylamino hydroxybenzyl hexylbenzoate. This is why I don't pretend I know ingredients when I don't know what they are or try and read them out, because it will just be as obvious as that. I know you make fun of me when I don't know what an ingredient is or how to pronounce it, but because that's how I'm gonna look. So people believe that this isn't an adequate enough UV filter, but long story short, it is. I've mentioned this before, but I think we all know Lab Muffin Beauty Science, Michelle. She's done a blog post on the Claire's UV soft airy essence that uses the same UV filter as this, and she explains why it's effective. She shows all the research and the myths, and it is an effective UV filter. The only negative again is that this has lavender oil in, something I don't find irritating yet, but some people might find irritating on their skin, and that is the problem with more like brands that lean a bit more towards the natural side of their skincare ingredients. I find that for me, natural fragrances, essential oils, are a lot more irritating on my skin than any kind of man-made ingredient, any kind of lab-made anything, and for me cause bigger reactions and trigger bigger reactions. So I don't know, but I've had nothing like that with this. It's been really good, the whole brand in fact. Overall, I'm a fan of this brand and quite a few of their products. If you have oily skin, I would kind of stay away from their moisturizing products. You'll be fine with the sunscreen. The sunscreen is actually going to be nice in summer because it's quite hydrating as well, so I can skip my moisturizer and just use this as both. But all the steps before that are great for people with oily skin. If you have dry to combination skin, I feel like this brand is going to be great for you. I feel like it's really focusing on what everyone will benefit from, and that is starting from the core of your skin. And that's because it helps your skin barrier work to the best of its ability, which reflects how everything else works on our skin, if that makes sense, the condition of our skin. A lot of you ask about fungal acne, and a lot of the ingredients in nearly every product, like minimum of 2 ingredients per product, is a fungal acne trigger. But again, take that and that research with a pinch of salt. Try them for yourself and see how your skin reacts. I will 100% be repurchasing that sunscreen, the Kbeauty one, the Kbeauty are my go-to sunscreens at the moment, and the toning pads, love them, great to travel with. And for everything else, I can take it or leave it. Like, as I mentioned, the essence is a really, really good essence, but I've got my essences that I'm dedicated to. The serum as well, I feel like the Innisfree one works really well for me, but if your focus is on clean beauty, environmental factors, and you're wanting to be as gentle to your skin as you can while still getting some really, really, really good ingredients, this is the brand for you. The cleanser can go in the trash. I want to try the snail line, but that's kind of it. Hopefully I can try all that in the future. Let me know if you tried these products before, what you think of the brand, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you like the look of. Yeah, but that is it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.